and welcome to my channel. I am back after a long weekend. I'm Midnight Muses, or Sarah, and I'm here to do my Boxycharm unboxing today. So this is my box here, and let's open her up and see what I got. This is actually the first one that I've ever gotten, so I'm really excited to go through all of this. So I got a little card here, and then it tells you all about each product on the back, which is really awesome and really helpful, and I wish every subscription came with this to make it a little bit easier to kind of explain things. And I figured that I'll do a little kind of get ready with me makeup tutorial with all the products in here, and then of course whatever it doesn't come in here I'll use my own products for. So my skin is already prepped and primed. I did all my skincare, which if you saw my last video you know all of that already. So the first item that I have here is this guy here. And this is the Cover FX Blurring Primer. And then on here it says it is a lightweight, soft focus primer that blurs the appearance of pores, fine lines, and other imperfections, creating a smooth canvas for flawless foundation application. And that the price of it is $38. So that is amazing because that's already more than I spent on the entire box. Anyways, I'm really excited for this. I love Cover FX so much. I wish I could afford more of their products. Some of them I don't like, but a lot of them are so good. So I'm excited to try this. Let me get the little peely guy off here and see how it performs. I'll put a little bit on the back of my hand. Ooh, it's got kind of a weird texture. I don't know if you can see that there. It's kind of really moussey. It reminds me a lot of the NYX Pore Primer. So we'll see. I do like that primer, so if it works like that, then that'll work for me. That'll be really good. And my camera doesn't want to focus again. Also, I'm sorry about the not great lighting today. It's really gloomy. I'm almost wondering if that's affecting my focuses because the light outside keeps changing a little bit. I'll see if I can move you a little bit closer and if that helps. It's not great, but I think it's probably the best. Oh, there we go. Now it got better. All right. So let's put this on and see. I know a lot of people put primer on with their fingers. I like to put it on with a brush, and then I will smooth it into my pore area with my fingers after that when it comes like this. If it comes in a stick, then obviously I just use the stick and then put on. I'm also not going to put this primer all over my face, just more in the center where my pores are the largest. And as we all know, because I think I say it in every single video, I really hate my pores. They are massive and they do not like to be covered. I'm also still dealing with a lot of acne this week because it's that time of the month. I decided to come a little bit late. So I got acne because of it last week, and now that it's finally here, I have yet more acne, and I've got a little bit of blue on the side of my chin. Just dyed my hair last night. That's why all the roots are all navy now, so gotta love that. It's very dark in this room. It looks brighter on camera, so that's good. Hopefully you guys can, I think you guys can probably see me better than I can see myself at the moment. All right, and I'm gonna do the last bits with my finger and just really press it into the worst pore offending areas, which is my nose and my cheeks. It just really, oh, it feels really nice. It definitely has that silicone feel to it. So it's got a nice slip, but it's not like, the one thing I don't like about the NYX primer is that it's like really silicone-y, and this isn't as severe as that. It actually just is making my skin feel really soft and smooth. So I really like that. I really hope my foundation goes over nicely over top of it, because that'd be great. And I'm gonna use my beauty blender, and I'm gonna just use my Dior Forever foundation again because that's a good color for me at the moment, and it's, I don't know, I love this foundation. It's so nice, it's so soft, and it blends perfectly into the skin. So I'm gonna see how that goes over top of the primer. I think I might just look at my viewfinder because I can actually see myself better in there. Yeah, I love this. Like, it's just instant perfection. I love it. I can already tell one side of my face from the other. That's good. Starting to run out of this foundation, which makes me sad because I definitely cannot afford to replace it at the moment in my current situation. So we will see. Hopefully I can stretch it out long enough to get to my birthday, and then hopefully a nice person will pick me up some more then. Oh, love this foundation. And as usual, switch it over to the other side a little bit just so I can do the more nosier I always like to do with the tighter end of the sponge, because I have one of those really huge big noses that nothing likes to kind of get around, so it's nice to have that. Go back. Alright, that looks good. Right. Awesome. Fantastic. I don't have any concealer or anything. I do have a brush. What's this brush for? Let me open her up and see what it says. Got the piece eye trio face brush. That's cool. All right, I'll use that for my powder. So I'll pull that out in a moment. I'll put my foundation. And I'm just going to use some of my favorite Cover effects, and this is the No Filter Concealer, and it's in light neutral. I love this stuff. I use it every single day, and when I'm not filming and like on a normal kind of day where I'm not going anywhere, I actually do not wear foundation. I just wear my concealer, and I'll do bronzer and stuff, and this is great because I find that whether I'm wearing foundation or not, it blends seamlessly into my skin and just makes everything look all nice. But oh my gosh, this primer is amazing. I literally have no pores. That is kind of fantastic. I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. All under the eye. Blendy, 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 blendy. And then actually what I'm also going to do today, because my Boxycharm has a really cool eyeliner that I've been wanting to try for a long time, I'm going to go really light on the eyes so that you can really kind of focus on the liner. So I'm just going to use a little bit more of my concealer and use that to prime my eyes today instead, and that way I can just keep a really basic eye look and let the eyeliner shine through. Alright, got that. Alright. All good, all primed, all set. Alright, and then I'm going to try out this new brush here. Can you focus? A little bit? Anything at all? No. Okay, well this brush here is by Aesthetica. It is their P12 face brush, and it is with synthetic fibers, and it says it allows for maximum control. The P12 face brush is perfect for creating a seamless look, and that it is $27. Today I'm going to be using my Lise Watier, and this is their powder foundation in 19 Dune. They actually have, like, it's French for powder foundation. I do not know how to pronounce that. I am not going to try. So I'm just going to swirl that in there. Get it under the eyes first. I always do that just to make sure everything... Ooh, wow, this brush is soft. That is very... That feels really nice. I quite like that. because it is hotter right now, I am going to wear a little bit more powder than usual. Also, this particular powder, I find I can actually get away with using more than my Pixie. I love, love, love my Pixie. It definitely keeps everything very matte and very nice all day. But I find that with my skin being so dry that it does look patchy after a little while if I use too much, which is annoying. So right now I'm using this one, which is very, very different. It's definitely not as mattifying as my Pixie by far. It has more of a natural finish. It definitely has that more like sunk into the skin look, which I really love. But at the same time, I have noticed that on those really hot days that sometimes I do start getting a little bit dewy again, like too dewy, before the day is out. So trying to figure out what works. I'm probably going to end up blending the two and just maybe using the Pixie like in here and then the Dune everywhere else. But we'll see. I got to play around with that a little bit more. So I'm going to just do a little bit of bronzing and contouring with my Tarte, just my little guy here. You can see it. It's the Park Avenue Princess. I love this stuff. I don't know if I mentioned that this is the bronzer that I used in my first video. It's the bronzer that I've used in all three of my videos so far. I love it. I'm starting to see pan. I haven't actually hit pan yet, but I can see the outline of it. So I know it is coming very soon. And again, that is very, very sad news for me because I love this bronzer, but it is also a very high-priced bronzer. And I do have other bronzers that I like, and I will switch them up a little bit more. I also realize that now that I am doing videos, which I wasn't doing before, using the same bronzer every single day is probably, you know, kind of boring. You guys probably want to see how other bronzers work. So I'll start bringing over different ones so we can try out other things. So I got that. Oh yes, and I like to contour my nose a little bit. Where's my brush? I like for that, this guy here. I love this brush. This is the Luxie 207. It's the medium angled shader brush. You can see it's got a nice angle on the end of it there. This is what I use for contouring my nose because it works perfectly. It's just that right angle for it. It just gives a really, really nice kind of shadow without being too much, you know? It's a nice, very blended shape. There's nothing that I hate more than looking like you have a bunch of dark powder on your face. You want your nose just to look chiseled and perfect, and like it's naturally that way. And this does it for me. There we go. It's so dark in this room. As I said, definitely see myself better in the viewfinder, but then I'm going out of focus again. This is going to be a fun video. Alright, next up, blush. I'm going to again use my same NYX blush, and this is in the Sweet Spring. It's their ombre blush. Love this blush. It's amazing. It makes me feel all bright and spring and summery, which I really need today because it's a very gloomy, rainy, overcast day. So I think a little bit of nice fresh bit of blush would be very nice today. And then for my highlight, I'm actually not going to use my classic blue tinted highlight that I always use. I'm going to use it is still from NYX. This is from their Vancouver face palette that came out about a year ago. They have this color in here, and it looks like an eyeshadow. I've honestly never worn it as an eyeshadow. It is that perfect champagne gold undertone highlight, and when I'm looking for more of that kind of natural, fresh, bright, glowy look, that is what I go for. And when I did my skincare video, when I really didn't wear a lot of makeup, I just had BB cream and a little bit of bronzer and a little bit of highlight. This is what I was using for highlight that day. And I absolutely love it. And it really, really blends into my skin, especially now that I'm slowly but surely starting to get tan. I realize on camera I look like I have absolutely no color whatsoever. I swear I do, and it will just continue to go. See, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, see? That is not an eyeshadow. Like, the thing is, it doesn't really have much in the way of, like, pigment, but yeah, when you put it on your face, it's just Oh my gosh. Makes me so, so happy. A little bit down the nose. I don't really do the tip of the nose too much, just my nose is already fat and round. No one needs to see any more of that. A bit on there, and then I'm gonna highlight in my eye a little bit and a little bit under the brow bone. As I said, I'm really not gonna be doing much in terms of eye makeup because I got that Pretty Vulgar eyeliner and I have been dying to try that for ages now. So before we go on to anything else, I'm just going to use a little bit of my Pixie Glow Mist just to kind of set everything into place. Oh my gosh, I really, oh my god, that highlight though. Oh, see? Ah, oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's get back to the box and see what is up next. So I got these 3 brushes here. On my little card guide, it does list them as an eye trio. I would very much disagree with that being an eye trio because 2 of them look like eyebrow brushes and the other one is clearly an eyeliner brush. So that is how I am going to use them today. So I'm going to start off with anyways, I'll read you what it says. The Aesthetica Trio series comes with an angled eyeliner brush, a brow spoolie, and a fine-tipped eyeliner brush. A convenient 3-in-1 used for a wide variety of looks, from a subtle wing to dramatic cat eye. Use the brow brush for fuller, more defined brows. And the 3 of them together cost $45. So I'm going to start with the brow spoolie just to kind of get my brows up and in place where I want them to be. I have no brows at all. And it's so funny because everyone sees my brows. I'm like, oh, they're so nice and they're so thick and they're so natural looking. And it's like, that's awesome. There's so much makeup on them because I have none at all. I'm going to save the skinniest brush for the eyeliner because I know that a lot of people use angled brushes for eyeliner. I don't. I do like the really skinny ones. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it works out well. Also, this brush, which is the angled brush, is just, it's way too wide and it's way too thick for me to use as an eyeliner brush. I feel like that would just make a huge mess and I'd have a cat eye that was just way too big and wouldn't work at all. So I'm just gonna wet this with a little bit of my setting spray and go into, not that one, go into the NYX London palette because this palette, besides, what is it, 2 shimmers and 1 sparkle, are all mattes and they work amazing as brow colors actually because they're very, very neutral. They have 1 warm, 1 ash, and 1 kind of in between color, and that's the one that I use and it's perfect. I've been using it now for about 2 weeks. I just wet my brush a little bit and go from there and it's great. I'm just gonna make my mirror a little bit bigger so I can see a little bit better and get this going. I always start at the ends first with the darkest color and then just use the same amount of product and then slowly bring it to the front, and I find that way I get the most natural, even look. So as you will quickly realize, I am super, super lazy with my brows. If I cannot have them done within 2 minutes, then I'm doing something wrong. And I am generally like that with all of my makeup. I don't know if it's just because I have been in this industry for such a long time. A little mistake there. But as much as I love makeup, if I spend more than 20 minutes doing a basic face, I get very annoyed very fast. The only time that I like to spend doing makeup really is when I'm doing more of my creative makeup. I do a lot of special effects and creative makeup. That I can spend hours on and be super, super happy, but regular beauty makeup, not done in 20 minutes, we gotta fix that. So I'm just gonna, this is painting it on so fast. But as I said, the brush is really, really thick. So they're all, not only are they going on a little bit thicker than I usually do, they're kind of looking almost like block brows. And I really, really hate block brows. I'll see if I can fix it up with this spoolie. At this point, I'm going in with a completely dry brush. So, just to see if I can make it not quite so heavy at the front. Yeah, they are just super thick and super blocky. I don't think I like this brush. It is very, very soft and it is very, very nice. And I think that if it was really skinny, it probably would make a really, really good liner brush. But it's just, it's so thick that there's no way. I'll just spread that into the brows a little bit more. Yeah, I like that a lot better. That's helping. Okay. Then this, I always make my one brow go kind of downwards at the front. And I've learned to not even bother trying to change that. I think that's just the way that my brows want to be. Because every time I do try to change that, then they become like super massive brows and things just look weird. So I'm going to leave it. So just make sure that's even and not too blocked out. Yeah, that's about as good as it's gonna get today. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuss too much. As I said, 2-minute mark, right? All right, so I'm gonna just put on a tiny bit of eyeshadow, basically just a transition. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything outside of that, just because, as I said, I want the liner to be showcased. So for that, I'm going to use my Yes Please palette by ColourPop. Love this guy so much. I'm going to use a little bit of Chauffeur, which is this color here, which looks dark, but it's not super dark. I find that if I use the much lighter peachy tones, that because I do have a little bit of color, that it blends into my skin almost a little bit too much, you know? So I want to have more of a brown tone. I want to have like some definition in my eyes, just not a crazy amount. So I'm going to go with Chauffeur and just go in the crease area. As you can see, it's just a really, really nice kind of warm brown shade. I love this whole palette. It's all just warm colors. It's got a really, really beautiful bright yellow, which I love to wear in warm weather. It just makes my eyes pop so much. And I don't always wear warm colors. I know that's the trend where everyone wears a warm toned eye every single day, whether it's a smoky or a natural or a super glam, but I actually do tend to prefer cool tones. I don't know. The warm tones do make my eyes look bluer, so gotta break it out every now and again. I'm gonna put a little bit underneath as well. I'm not being super precise. I'm just bringing it up to basically where my highlight is here and kind of just smoking it out a little bit, and just makes my eyes look a little bit wider. So doing that, and that makes me happy. And yeah, don't think I'm gonna do anything else. I think that's good. Go on to my next item to try that I am so excited about, which is this guy here. Can you focus a little bit? Yep, there we go. So this is the Pretty Vulgar, and it is the ink gel eyeliner. And it says, this highly pigmented gel eyeliner provides quick drying application with enriched vitamin C to condition the lids. Its creamy and water-resistant formula allows for smooth application that stays in place all day. And it is $24. I've heard about this for, I don't know, like 6 months to a year now. I've really want to try. I'm so happy I got it. And it is huge. Like, this is going to last for the rest of my life, I swear. And I am going to try it just on its own. I know I watched Tati's video when she tried it, and she said that she has to use it with a black eyeshadow to kind of smudge on top because she finds that it smudges otherwise. Though I will say she is the only person that I've seen say that about this eyeliner, so I'm not going to do that today. I just want to see how it works and how it performs by itself. And there is so much product in here. Like this whole giant bottle is full to about here. Like, it really will last until I am dead. So that's great. Probably pass it on to my child. Not that I have a child, but if I have one, I will pass it down. All right, So let's give this a go. I'm gonna bring my mirror a little bit closer. I also haven't used a gel liner in probably 2 years. So bear with me if it is not the smoothest application. I've been living with my tattoo liner by Kat Von D and my Epic Ink liner from NYX for the longest time now. I used to only use gel liners though. Ooh, wow. This is so smooth. Oh my gosh. It's definitely picking up on my little scar on my eye, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna do my classic wing. This is, again, a nice brush, but it's thicker than what I would like. It's a little bit wide. Can you see? A little bit wider than I would usually like. So I'm trying to use the liner to kind of thin it down a little bit. Actually, oh no! Oh wow, that smudged so bad. Oh no! Oh man. Okay, well, I didn't let it dry either. I shouldn't be looking up so high. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. Wonder how long it'll take to dry. I usually do a pretty thick line. That's what I like. Alright, gotta be careful now. So it definitely needs to dry before you can really move your eyelids at all. So keep looking down while I do the other side. And that was a horrible mishap. I'm gonna put more eyeshadow on to fix that. Right. Let's see. Sorry, I know I'm covering up everything. Oh yeah, it is just so soft and so pigmented that I can't believe it. Like if it does get smudge proof once it dries down, I think this will become my new eyeliner for sure, because it is just, even I can't even get a line that good that fast with my pens. It's just perfect. Wow. Okay, and this eye went on way better and way smoother, so. But as I said, I hadn't used gel in a long time, so I was expecting a little bit of trouble because, you know, it's like riding a bike. You gotta do it again for a minute before you're perfect at it. And close that up. I'm just gonna touch up my shadow quickly, just a little bit more chauffeur where we had that little bit of smudging. Just gonna blend it back out so it all looks good and smooth again. And oh, wiped off my highlight too, so we will also throw a little bit more of that on. Oh, palette, that's this one. And that brush. Oh, this is noise. I'm trying to look down while I do all this. No, I'm holding the wrong palette. This guy. Yeah. I wish that they sold this color just as a highlight. I actually went in the store the other day to try and see if they had something that was comparable to this so that when I do run out of it, I can purchase that. Or also so that I don't have to keep walking around with an entire palette just for one color, because no one wants to do that, but no luck yet. And I am out of focus again. I think it's because I move so much. Hopefully, after putting on my mascara, I can stop moving so much. I'm just going to be using my, where is it? The NYX XXL mascara. As I said, this is my go-to mascara. I keep trying others, and none of them work as well as this. The only one that I like better is the Monsieur Big by Lancome. But again, that is a mascara that is sadly out of my current budget. But as I did say, my birthday is coming up soon, so we'll see. Just gotta start leaving those hints for people. Let them know what's coming. I hope this liner is dry. It looks like it's dry on the left side, I think it's because the right side is the first one that I did. And I used a lot of product because it had been such a long time since I had used a gel liner that I probably used more product than I needed to. And I've had no issue with the left side at all. So I do think that when it dries down, it probably will stay pretty well. What I will do is, as I shoot videos throughout the rest of the week, I will either continue using it if I do love it, and if I don't, I will definitely update you on how it lasted throughout the entire day. All right, and we are now on to our final product here, which is this matte lip gloss here. And this guy is the Beauty Creations Liquid Lip Gloss. It says Beauty Creations Matte Liquid Lip Gloss is specially formulated to provide full coverage that dries to a seamless, smooth, and matte finish. Its lightweight application is long wearing for an effortless lip color that complements all skin tones. So, I mean, by the looks of it, it's a pretty nudie color. Everyone who knows me knows that I don't really wear nudie colors, and even when I wore my nude lipstick for my skincare video, it wasn't much of a nude. It was Brooklyn Thorn by NYX. It's one of their Ultimate Suede lipsticks, which is kind of like a gray brown tone, and that's usually as close to a nude as I will get, but I will try it, and if it is good, then who knows? Oh, wow. What is that smell? That is not a usual liquid lipstick smell. It's not a bad smell. It's just, what is that? It's very sweet and very fruity. I think it almost has a little bit of cherry, and I hate cherries, and I think that's why I had that initial reaction of like, oh, what is that? Where it's not like chemically or smell like paint thinner like some do. It's a sweet smell, and I'm not really much of a sweet person, so. Sorry, I can't really talk while you put on lipstick. I can't quite get a full lip with one coat, so I'm gonna go back in. Yeah, there we go. All right, so, and yeah, the eyeliner's not moving anymore, so it has dried down. But as I said, I will update in a further video how it wears throughout the day. My only concern with this is hopefully that it does matte down. It has a very interesting texture. It goes on kind of like almost like a lip topper. It's not too sticky, actually. I feel like when I